Hello everyone, I am Tsumuji Kasukabe. Nice to meet you. Previously, I released a video on how to install VALL-E-X in a Python virtual environment. Today, I will introduce how to install it on your own computer using Docker. Using Docker allows it to work even if the CUDA versions differ between the actual machine and the container. Containers are isolated from the host system, so it becomes less likely for them to not work due to the user's environment. The method I will introduce is a unique approach not found on the internet, and I have modified the contents of the GitHub script accordingly. Let's get started. Specifically, I have made modifications to the contents of this Python file. The prerequisites are as follows. Install WSL on Windows. Install Docker on WSL. Additionally, install the NVIDIA Container Toolkit on WSL. I will start by launching WSL and proceed with the work. WSL is a feature that allows running the Linux operating system directly on Windows 10 or Windows 11. Simply put, WSL is a convenient tool that enables Windows users to utilize Linux features. Moreover, WSL2 has made it easier to use the GPU on Windows. This makes it equivalent to handling Linux. For clarity, I will create an appropriate directory. I will navigate to the created directory. Next, I will open an editor and create a Docker file. The content that needs to be written can be found in the link in the video description. Although I created it myself, I will copy and paste it even if it is unclear. I will save this content. Now, I will write the modified content of the GitHub script. The reason for the modification was the necessity to allow external access and to support the latest version of Gradio. There are over 600 lines, and I also find most of them unclear. For now, I will copy and paste it. I will save it in the same way as before. With this, I have created two files. Next, I will build using the Docker file. A Docker file is like a recipe for creating container images. By building it, an image equipped with an environment for running the application is generated. The time it takes to build may be long depending on the contents of the Docker file. Since it took quite some time, I will assume that the build is complete. The image should be created, so I will check to confirm. Since the image was successfully created, I will now launch a container based on it. The container appears to start up quickly. However, in reality, a script is being executed inside the container, and a model is being downloaded. I will check by using a command that displays the container's logs in real time. As it is currently downloading related files, it might be better to wait a while before accessing it through a browser. It seems like it might be safe to access it via a browser soon. An important point here is that the environment running in WSL has a different network configuration than the host Windows environment. Therefore, I will check the IP address of WSL. I will enter this address into a browser to access and confirm that it is functioning properly. Using this address, it is possible to access from other computers as well. It displayed correctly. I will check whether voice cloning is possible. First, I will verify using a sample.
Well, look no ordinary teddy bear. This is how this machine has taken my voice.
Next, I will use a voice file that I have prepared to check if the prompt will replicate that voice.
Three, two, one.
I will verify if the GPU is being used during the voice cloning process.
What? What did today? He's naughty.
Here, I will introduce a convenient method that allows for voice cloning even when away from home. While the container is running, I will enter it. Inside the container, I will execute a Python script. An address other than the local one is also displayed. The displayed message indicates that the application running inside the container has generated a temporary public URL, which can be used to access it from any location on the internet. This public URL will expire after 72 hours. Of course, if the container is stopped, it cannot be accessed. I will introduce how to start it for the second time and beyond, for reasons such as shutting down the computer. In the video, I show an example of stopping and starting the container. After restarting the computer, you can perform voice cloning by just starting it. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.